Gucci, Prada, Chanel, Louis V, diamonds, gold, all the things that we want, these materialistic objects that we'll do anything for. Why you should not steal. So I kind of talk about a lot of different subjects on this channel, wide ranging, it kind of goes, but I was thinking about one of these things, and I don't think people should steal, and I don't think people should lie, trying to, distort the fabric of reality to make it your way, saying things are not actually as they are, and being untruthful and not adhering to the facts of the world, and trying to make your own little reality is not good, and it always comes back to bite you. It's been like, that's a big saying in our culture, is that if you lie, it's always going to come back to you. And I believe that. But today we're going to be talking about stealing. So people steal for a lot of reasons. They steal because they don't really want to put in the work to get something. They can't put in the work, or, they just think something's nice and they want it. And humans, we have desires. In this modern day, they could become more materialistic. So stealing is a thing. And another form that I've seen that's becoming way more popular is there's the swipe, the fake Visa swipe. Somebody has a card, they swipe it, they leave the store, and there's no actual money on the card. It's just able to get through. I don't know how it works, because honestly, I wouldn't even think of doing something as apparent as that. And one time I was in Popeyes at the front, the DoorDash, she comes in wearing Gucci belt, a nice designer shirt, 2 diamond earrings. He's like all decked out. You think he was in a rap video like, or something. And he was talking to my coworker. He was like, hey, and I don't know, I think he said something like, my coworker was like, hey, nice jewelry, nice this, because, he's wearing a very expensive outfit, and it's admirable because you think, wow, someone's wearing that. It's like, and they have something, and they have good income, and you want to talk to those people. He's like, they like your outfit, and then he goes on, he comes over to both of us. He's like, yeah, bro, he explains it. He's like, well, yeah, I just swiped, I left the store, and like, it's crazy, I'll pitch you on. It's like, you swipe, you leave the store. And he was like describing it to me, my friend, and I'm just like thinking in my head, it's as though like this is the most distasteful thing. Cause it's like, that's a big deal. When you buy something, when you take your effort, you bring your value to the world, you get income, and you spend that income, and you get, capital, you get the property. It's like, that's a good thing. That's valuable. Everything is value. This controller is valuable. Someone made it, someone did this, and I bought it, and I put my value from where I was working when I bought this. It's value. When you take that, it's like, it's taking value. You're not adding any value to the world. People should add value. They should add ideas. They should put work into their business. They should learn how to market. They should learn more about business. They should help people be more generous, and not just this self-absorbed generous to where it's like, it's less about liking the dispossessed and it's more about, hating the rich. So like, actually helping people and bringing value to them. And not just business, not just income, just bringing value to people, like knowledge, and more people talking about their experience with the world, because you're a master of your own experience. And we don't have that. When you steal from someone, you are not just stealing. You are actively taking value from them. In everything in this world that was produced and created, something on your desk, on your bed, everything takes a process. It goes like this. First starts with the creative people. The creative people think. They're like, oh, well, this is good. We're innovative. We're this niche. We could try to figure out something we could get above our competitors. They think on days. There are business meetings every day, working under tough managers, and they scout something out. They go to the drawing board. They go to the architect people. They go to the bosses. It gets approved. Done. Then, most likely, especially companies in America, it is then outsourced, the materials and maybe even the creation of the product. It's outsourced, it's created. So someone over there, a foreign worker, has to deal with a lot of things. They have to put it together, have to deal with tough working conditions. Then after that, it's then shipped, which there are people who ship it, the people on the boats, They go, then there's a truck, and then it gets to the headquarters. And I want that really fast, but that's a lot because the creative people, there's management, and a lot of ideas they put time in, it gets rejected, and the managers have to deal with managing. It's so much in the business. It's legit so much, and that's not even the most complicated part. It's just creation of the product. So it gets over to here, we have it. Then it's the marketers. They have to go nuts to butts marketing this product, and it gets easier the more larger the company becomes, but they have to get people to make the ads. So they need producers, they need filmmakers, and they probably have their own team for that, and they all get managed. So they have to deal with that, and the manager has to deal with them, and everything has to be on time. There's a schedule, and there's so much that goes into it. And once they get the ads, they have to pay the radio station, they have to pay the TV companies, they have to get ads on their website, YouTube, all those different type of avenues for adding. And then after that, there's HR people that have to deal with the product and whether it was faulty, whether they didn't have a good experience. And then they have to deal with their managers, and there's customer service, and it's a lot. It all goes in. When you steal from somebody, you do not just steal that. You disregard all that process, and you disregard the value that someone put into that. It is not just stealing. You don't just steal the product, or you don't just steal the capital. You steal an intrinsic value from them and the value that they pin to the world, and you do nothing. You steal value from others. When someone buys a pair of sneakers and you steal them, you stole that person. You didn't just steal the effort of the business. You stole value from that person. They have a job, and nowadays you don't just steal, income, which they put income in to get that. You stole their time, the effort, their labor. They're working a 9 to 5, working at McDonald's, at Burger King. They're flipping burgers, and they're sweating. They're putting their value. They're putting their value. They're putting their effort, and they're putting their time, because they're standing hours in these jobs they don't like. And it takes a lot. It's a lot of physical. It's a lot of mental. They're putting their value out into the world, and even if they have a better job, they're doing something creative, they're a writer or something, they're putting their value into the world, and they receive income from it, whether it was their labor, their creative ideas, and then they bought that product and you took it. You stole the value. And nowadays, people don't even have creative jobs. They're working for hourly pay. So you didn't just steal their value, their labor. You stole their time. What? A shoe? And I don't know about buying a $300 pair of shoes. That's not really what I'm into. But someone buys a $300 pair of shoes and you steal that from them, you stole hours of their time. The hours that they put in, you just took that away. You ripped time from them. And you could say that shoe stole from them, that shoe stole time from them, but okay, it was their choice. They didn't have a choice whether you stole from them or not. And you could argue to say their decisions, but no. You stole the time, the decision that someone made with their value. You took that away. You should not do that. You should add value to the world. You should produce value. You should help the dispossessed. And yeah, there's a difference. Someone who steals a cheeseburger from McDonald's because he can't eat, he doesn't care about the marketing or the value that person that put in to make that burger. But this is part of the thing. If we can have people who add more value to the world through their knowledge, through their experience, their expertise, put more people in the business, we can solve these problems, or at least be on the first step to it. But going around irrationally taking items we like is not it. So next time you even think about stealing something, or you do the little swipe thing with like the millions of thing on, just remember what you're actually doing, and you haven't earned nothing, and you've taken value from people. Do not steal. Don't lie either, but don't steal.